I've just stepped out of my house for a walk. Wish I looked at the camera, I suppose. Stepped out of my house for a walk. I was intending on a completely different topic today for my YouTube video, but something's just happened that's definitely changed the trajectory of what I was going to talk about. So, yeah, essentially, I've been posting on my Instagram story. So, I did this first of all to break a fear barrier that I knew I needed to crush to reach the next level within my life. And it's not necessarily a direct correlation. It's not a direct correlation where I'm saying to reach the next step in my life, it's going to be through posting Instagram stories. Not at all. It's just the representation of the confidence and the ability to live in the seat of truth. My seat of truth. The one that I have in my mind. And here we go, here's my dad here. What a coincidence. So, basically, they've come home from a holiday, my parents, right? And the first thing they say to me is, Corey, why are you posting insane stuff on your Instagram story? Potty stuff. Because apparently people have been speaking to them, like my extended family, telling them that I've gone insane. So, this video is about why this shouldn't affect what you do. It shouldn't at all. It shouldn't, and it takes bravery to say that, because they could even see this video, you know? But the only opinion that matters, to me, is my own opinion, and God's opinion on me. And I feel that, and that speaks louder than anybody else. Anybody else. Because sometimes, it's going to be the people who are closest to you, your family, you know? Maybe friends, which is something that I haven't experienced. In fact, my friends respect me a lot, and they know that this is something that you should respect, essentially. And I'm not saying that to suck my own dick at all. I'm just saying that you could do the same thing. Maybe it's not equivalent to standing here with a camera and speaking, but whatever it is that makes you feel alive, whatever it is that makes you feel like you are living through your purpose, that is what you should do in this life. You have no room for anybody else to tell you otherwise. None at all. And it's ridiculous, people thinking that way, if I'm honest. Now, I put something on my Instagram story where the focus wasn't even on, right? So, it was a post by someone who I admire very much, which is Jack Hopkins. I've been watching his videos for a long time now, and I really respect him. But it was this post, and it said something along the lines of, she makes breakfast in a thong and I pay the bills. And my brother said to that, come on, Corey, our cousins are on here, you can't do that or something. And then my mum starts speaking to me about it, because obviously maybe that side of the family have seen it. Even though the post, it was just a screenshot explaining how grayscale is a great thing to help you stop scrolling. It was in the image, right? So people see it as me kind of reposting it, which is a fair assumption. I didn't do that directly. However, even if I did, I do not care, because that, my friend, there is nothing wrong with that at all. At all. Saying that you want to pay the bills for your woman. Okay, yes, it's vulgar in the sense they say she's in a thong. Yes, of course yes, of course it may be a little bit vulgar. However, the actual point that stands is that I want to pay the bills for my woman, and I don't want to head to work if she doesn't want to. That is the desire that you will find in your heart as a man with high testosterone, who isn't afraid to get done in this life what needs to be done. Now, there's another point to this. My dad left, and then my mum, she spoke to me. And she said, why would people listen to you, Corey? Why would they want to listen to you when you've made no money? Why would they listen to you when you... Oh, she said the words, why do you think you have the right to preach? I'm not preaching. I'm not doing this for anybody else but myself. That is number one. And number two, even if I was, it's because I'm an introspective person who has learned from incredible amounts of mistakes, and money is not the only feat of success, or the measure of success when it comes to consciousness, the mind, and this human reality that we live in. It is a massive part of a man's life. You should absolutely be striving to make as much money as humanly possible, which is what I have been doing. I failed, but I've been on that path of attempting that, and that is why I will go from 0 to 100. That is why I will look at these videos in 3 years and think, that was the turning point. That was when you knew what you had to do. And it's because I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid if my brother sees this video. I'm not afraid if my mother sees this video. I'm not afraid if my father sees this video, or any of my family. And I'm going to put it on my story just to prove that. I do not care. And it is upsetting a little bit. It builds anger in my stomach. However, I do understand. It's not like I'm making a hit piece against my family at all. Just don't get me wrong, that is not what I'm doing here at all. I'm just expressing that people might have these opinions on you. And it's not just about posting online. Obviously that's going to be a huge one. You're going to have haters, as they're called. That will just be a journey that you will embark on, and you will find that first precipice, that first step, like I just have, if you do choose the path of doing this, what I'm doing. But that's not to say at all they're bad people. In fact, I absolutely love my family. I have nothing but respect for them. But their opinion does not garner who I am as a man. I've been here for not even 20 years, They see me as the identity that I've breached outwards, externally. I'm so much more than that, There's so much that I speak to myself on, and that is me. And this decision that I've made is to finally just reveal myself to the world and the external. Only in an energy. I know, of course, this can get maybe 5 views. Like, I'm not talking about physically within this reality here. I'm just on about the energy that it takes to actually stop caring what people think and be who I am in the seat of truth. Because I know that I am living through love. I'm living through purpose. I'm living through wanting to provide for people. I'm living through God. I'm living through the message of the universe. Things line up for me. Things happen because I'm on this path. For example, my brake pads on my car, they went yesterday, right? They went yesterday night, okay? I've just come home from the gym, and this man says to me, hello. As I walked past him, I had my headphones in, just right outside my house. He says hello. I was like, what's that, mate? And he said, oh, hey mate, how you doing? And I was like, yeah, good man, what you doing? And he was like, I'm fixing my brake pads on my car, they just went. And he's outside my house, and he says to me, do you know what he says to me? I'll give you a hand on yours, because I told him, wow, that's a coincidence, it happened to me last night. That stuff isn't random. I'm telling you, random. I'm telling you that stuff isn't random. It's because I'm on the right path. It's because I'm listening to my heart in what I'm doing. And you should do the same, absolutely. So yeah, this is just going to be a short video, but I wanted to explain that experience to you guys, because it had a lot of weight behind it for me, because all I've had so far, I've heard people saying, or some people are saying this and that. That's just fueled me forward. But most of what I've had is just people saying, absolutely 100% respect what you're doing, and you've inspired me. I've heard those words, and just to even hear that is great, because I know that that is the energy that I'm broadcasting, and that will happen. And that is what I will continue to do. I will not listen to these remarks about me. I will not listen to this noise that wants to stop me from reaching the level that I'm destined to reach. And that is purely through an energy of doing this. It's not through, like I said, and I've explained this twice now, but what I'm trying to say is that to make money right now, if we're going to talk about physical, the material world, to make money right now, I need to film a lot of videos on a course on how to do something. Now, before, I didn't feel like I had the confidence to put out the best version of myself within those videos and actually teach people effectively what I knew, because I felt like I was in a bubble. I felt like there was too much going on in my mind where I have no place to put it besides my own consciousness to learn from. But now I have an avenue where I can actually speak to this camera right here. I can speak to you, and it feels, for me, like nothing I've ever done before. And I am passionate about it, and I will not stop. I will live in my seat of truth. There's nothing wrong with saying, even though I didn't even broadcast this, what's the word, intentionally. It just goes to show that was a message that was meant to be broadcast to me tonight. Because this has even stopped my schedule. I was supposed to do something else, but I just felt this anger and this, not just anger, because I transferred that, of course, into this video. I'm not making this through the vibration of anger at all. I'm not angry at anybody. I'm not angry. In fact, I'm inspired with myself and what I've done. And I'm glad that this has happened, because it was supposed to happen. It was supposed to happen. These things like this, they're supposed to happen. They're roadblocks within your life that you need to overcome. Because what people don't understand is that I know I am not... Am I going to get into this in this video? Maybe I'll save that for another one. But, no, you know what, fuck it. I'm not just Corey Jacobs, as people know me. 20 years. I have a soul which has lived millions of lives, and so do you. And you do not die when you die. It's not what happens. You have a seat within you which has lived millions of lives. Now, I could go into what reality is, which is definitely a video I'm going to make, 100%, because that needs to be the bedrock of a lot of the things that I talk about. Absolutely. And I'm confident that my version of how reality works is closest to the truth that I know. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I've been trying to figure that out my entire life. So it's for me to not believe in my theory of reality over anybody else's would be foolish, and people can look at that as arrogance or cockiness. It's not. It's confidence, and there's a difference. And me broadcasting this out to you is not for me to, you know, get a bigger cock and get a bigger ego. It's simply to broadcast love, and then that comes back to me, because I'm doing what I know is right. And that is all I will say tonight, or today. So I really appreciate you watching this video. If you're here, I really do appreciate you. I've got to say that this is obviously only my second video out on YouTube. If you are here, you're probably someone who knows me prior. I've had a couple people saying, like, I watched your YouTube video before, like, giving me pointers here and there just about editing and stuff. However, I'm just doing this at the end of my day, so I don't have time for that at the moment. This is not something that I'm trying to pursue for monetary reasons, views, anything like that at all. It's just about me coming out here with the camera because I feel better by doing so. And if someone watches this video and gets something from it, even one person, then that's a success for me. So, yeah, appreciate you watching this video. I really do. If you have, just give me a message on Instagram or comment or anything. I'd love to speak to you. Let me know what you think about what I'm doing, about what I can do to improve, etc. And yeah, appreciate you, man. Speak soon. Bye-bye.